السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. ما شاء الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. So first of all, inshallah, congratulations to every one of you. That's what the Prophet ﷺ said to us. بشر المشائين في الظلم إلى المساجد بالنور التام يوم القيامة. Say congratulations to those who go to the masjid in the dark. If you go to the masjid in the dark, in any other day, the Prophet ﷺ said, congratulations, you won the biggest light, the full light on the day of judgment. Imagine in Ramadan. The Prophet ﷺ said, every step you take to the masjid, every single step counted. Every step will raise your rank. Every step will give you a good deed. Every step will wipe a bad deed. So, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, congratulations, brothers and sisters. Alhamdulillah, we had a great year, Alhamdulillah. As you can see, we're so proud of each other, so proud of the families, the sisters, the children. And mashallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and bless your family and increase you in iman and taqwa. It's a good sign. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves somebody, they get them into the masjid. He invites them to his house. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. The second thing, inshallah, we're going to start tahajjud tonight. Inshallah, to finish the Quran on Sunday, we're going to do tahajjud tonight from 4 o'clock, 4 a.m. So Jibreel says to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Jibreel says to the Prophet, فَاعْلَمْ أَنَّ شَرَفِ الْمُؤْمِنِ قِيَامُهُ بِاللَّيْلِ. The honor and the dignity that the believer will get for standing in the night is just something you should be telling the believers. So inshallah, 4 o'clock, bring your sihri with you, and 4 o'clock we can have about an hour of tahajjud. Brother Osama inshallah will lead, and then we have suhoor and you wait for fajr. Inshallah, it's just an amazing time. 27th night is tomorrow night, so inshallah just get ready. It's amazing. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Sahaba said, he will exert his efforts in the last night like none other of the whole year. And this is the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He didn't sleep. I don't know how he managed, but he didn't sleep sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So inshallah, tonight we're starting at 4 o'clock and tomorrow as well. So inshallah the Sheikh will finish and Khatma will be on Sunday. I started Ramadan by asking the young under 40, about the name of the Sahaba that gets mentioned in here. And when the Sheikh Mohamed started Ramadan, he mentioned the Sahabi. He says, you cannot, Allah, it's like the last week. He says, you cannot begin Ramadan with anything in your heart towards others. What's the name of the Sahabi? MashaAllah, Ibn Ma'bad, yeah? That's correct? Ibn Ma'bad? Oh, it's the same one. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu. Then I say the Sahabi name. I said he wasn't very handsome. That's a famous thing in the books. You will find a description for him. He wasn't very handsome. But the Prophet ﷺ boosted his self-esteem among all the Sahaba and told him, you are so precious, you are so valued. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves you. In the middle of the crowds in the market. So what's his name? His name is Zahir with ayah. Zahir, mashallah, radiallahu anhu. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gather all of us with him. Of course, there's many Sahabi the Sheikh mentioned, but today I will mention to you another Sahabi maybe you don't know. His name is Suwaybit. So Suwaybit, and when the Sahaba travel in the desert, they will have jobs, yeah? You have tasks. One will look after the food, one look after the animal, one look after the road, one look after the sleep, all this stuff. So Suwaybit was looking after the food. Tough for him to ration the food among the Sahaba. For his very bad luck, he had one Sahabi, his name Nu'ayman. And Nu'ayman is incredibly funny. It's just so funny. You read his stories, amazing. Nu'ayman goes to Suwaybit and says, I'm hungry. Can I have some food? He says, no, it's not lunchtime yet. No food till lunchtime. Abu Bakr was the Amir of this group. So Nu'ayman goes around and comes back and says, Suwaybit, I'm really hungry. Can you give me some food? He says, listen, I told you, no food. He says, okay, no food. I'll show you. So Suwaybit goes to the market and says to some of the dealers, I got a slave. I have a slave, but he's very stubborn. He thinks he's free. I got a slave and this camel has all the food. I will sell him to you with the camel. So he went to the market, sold him. He said, okay, 200 silver, 200 silver. He got the money and walked away. The group came, said to Swabit, let's go. We bought you from your master. He is screaming and crying. I said, I'm free, man. I had no slave. He said, yeah, he told us so. He told us that he will say the same thing. They took him and drove away. When Abu Bakr came, he found Swabit is not there. He said, what's happening? So the group says to him, Nu'ayman did a trick on him and sold him to this group of people. Go and find him. Abu Bakr rushed to the people. He says, come on, what's happening? He says, he sold it to us. He says, no. This was just miscommunication, misunderstanding. How much did you pay? He gave him the money back and brought Swabit to the group. When they came to Medina and told the Prophet ﷺ about this story, the Prophet ﷺ laughed for a whole year. Every time they mentioned how Nu'ayman sold Swabit on the trip, he would just laugh for a whole year. Another one, Nu'ayman radiallahu anhu, was in the Masjid al-Nabawi in Medina. Outside, the Prophet ﷺ meeting visitors, people keep coming. And one man came, tie his camel outside, go to see the Prophet ﷺ, and the Sahaba looked at Nu'ayman and says to him, Qarimna ila al-lahm. Qarimna ila al-lahm. You know the urma? Yeah? Qarimna is nowadays in Egypt, the thing that you cut the meat on. So the Sahaba says to him in a signal language, we need some meat. This beautiful camel can make a very good barbecue. The camel is alive, it's been tied outside. Before they finish the word, he was absolutely cutting the pieces of the camel that would make a barbecue. When the man finished the meeting inside, they came out, he found his camel just on the ground. Just halal, it's all done. He was yelling and screaming, my camel, my camel. The Sahaba, says to the Prophet ﷺ, Nu'ayman did this. Even though they tricked him to do it, he says Nu'ayman ran for his life and hid in one of the farm, just between the trees and have some leaves on top of himself. And the Sahabas, pointing to the Prophet ﷺ where he is. So they found him. The Prophet ﷺ got him out. He says, who told you to do this? He says, the same people that point where I am. All of them said, we're hungry for the meat. So the Prophet ﷺ paid the camel for the Bedouin, and he was also laughing, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Another one, Nu'ayman radiallahu anhu, one day in the market, he saw somebody selling very nice sweet. Amazing, honey and stuff mixed in with dates. And so he says to the man, yeah, give me from this and give me from this. He went and carried the whole thing and gave to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the masjid. And the Prophet saw, wow, thank you so much, Nu'ayman, eating from it, thank you so much, Jazakallah khair. Half an hour later, the man came to the masjid, says, give me the money. to the Prophet ﷺ. He says, what, Nu'ayman? I thought you gave me a gift. He says, no. I thought you would love to eat it, but you pay now. I know you would like it. This is Nu'ayman radiallahu anhu. This is amazing. The Sahaba and the Prophet ﷺ and the companion, they were real human beings. And for us to really belong to them and to follow their footsteps, that's what the Prophet ﷺ said. أوثق عرى الإيمان. أوثق عرى الإيمان. الحب في الله. The strongest bond of faith, the strongest sign that the person is a true believer, that they love others for the sake of Allah. They have nothing in their heart. And wallahi, Allah is my witness that I love you all for the sake of Allah, and I know that you love each other for the sake of Allah. And it's so amazing, the amount of generosity and kindness and just the bond that Al-Ameen have, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, is visible for us, and we need to increase that. Brothers, sisters, if you have any issues, just open up and just say to the brothers. Sometimes it's misunderstanding, but there is no barrier here. We need each other. We are one family. We are minority as a whole. The whole New Zealand population of Muslims is 50,000. So we are minority. We cannot be minority in a community. Inshallah, there is absolutely every way possible here to really help each other. If you need anything, just please come forward. And we are brothers and sisters. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always gather us in His love, gather us in obedience. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this Ramadan the best Ramadan for all of you and your family. Jazakallah khair. Jazakallah.